All right, I am back with more abbreviations. Remember, an abbreviation is when you take a bigger word and you make it shorter. And when we do that, we use a period to show that we have made it shorter. Also, remember, if the word that you are taking and making shorter is a proper noun, if it has a name, then you still have to use the capital letter in the abbreviation. Let me show you what I mean here. Here's some more. For United States, we can abbreviate this two different ways. The first way is U period S period. There are two periods in this one because it is two separate words. Sometimes when we say United States of America, we would say U period S period A period. The next one, apartment. Some of you guys live in apartments. You might see this one a lot. Apartment is APT period. Road, we've got RD. You probably see these ones on street signs a lot here. Next one is street, which is capital ST. Avenue, an avenue is like a bigger road. So capital AVE period, and then drive. A drive is actually just a smaller road, which would be capital DR period. Now you'll notice that drive is the same as doctor. That one's a little confusing sometimes, but you wouldn't use the word drive in the same place that you use the word doctor. So it doesn't really get terribly confusing. Okay, these ones are for directions and for locations. So north is just a capital N, south is a capital S with period at the end. What do you think east and west will be? I think you can get this one. Yeah, east is a capital E period, and west is a capital W period. Mountain, we don't use a whole lot because we don't really live near very many mountains, but mountain is capital MTN period. That is used a lot in places that obviously have mountains, like on the west coast of the country. Great. We will use these ones, actually all of these, quite a lot later in the year in math when we talk about measuring things. The first one is inches. So that'd be lowercase in period. Inches isn't really the name of something, so we make it a lowercase abbreviation. Same thing with feet. We have a lowercase ft period. Now these ones are tricky. Look at feet. We take the first letter and the last letter. We don't take the whole word and just make it like fe or fee. We take the first letter and the last letter, which is just kind of weird, just what we do here. Same thing with yard. We take the first letter and the last letter. Centimeter is cm. It takes the first letters of each syllable. So C for centi and M for meter, cm period. Next one is meter, which is lowercase m period. A meter is about that big. It's about 3 feet put together. The next one is kilometer, which is km period. And then we have mile, which is mi period. These are more for measuring things, but they're for measuring things that you could like hold in your hand. So the first one's really weird. The first one is pound, like if you were to step on a scale and figure out how much you weigh. So pound is LB period. I don't know why, but pound is LB period. Really weird. Ounce is also really weird. It's OZ period. There's no Z in ounce, but for some reason, ounce is OZ period. The next one is cup. Cup is a lowercase c. Gallon, which is like what milk comes in. A gallon is GAL period. That one's pretty normal. Then we have pint, which is PT period. We don't really use pints a whole lot. Quarts, it's like a smaller size for milk to come in. It's QT period. Yeah, like QT. And then we have teaspoon and tablespoon. These ones are tricky because they're about like that big and they sound really similar. So their abbreviation is really similar. We won't use them at all in classes here, but they're just good to know. Teaspoon is lowercase tsp period, and tablespoon is tbsp. You see the B for table instead of T. All right, that is the last one there. Remember that an abbreviation is when you take a regular word that's a regular size and you make it shorter and we use a period at the end. If it's a proper noun, if it's the name of something, then we still use the capital letter. If it's just a common noun, then we just use the lowercase letter. All right.